Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings and great rising, greetings and great rising. Good afternoon or good evening. Wherever you are in your day, wherever you are on your journey, baby. Welcome, 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 and welcome back. Ashe, Ashe. Let me put something in here just in case anyone wants to come in. Greetings. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Am I super close? Y'all know. Y'all know. Yes, I am just in here to talk about the magician, baby. The magician. So I had a dream last night that I was doing a reading and two cards were shown. I can only remember one, and it was the magician. Two cards were shown, and the question that came along with it was, why are you afraid of the magician, or why are you afraid to be the magician? It was something along the lines. I was giving someone a reading, and that was the question. Another card came out. I saw it vividly in my dream, but when I rose this rising, the only thing that stuck with me was the magician. So that just lets me know the magician. And this is from the Afro Goddess Tarot. That just lets me know that there are some messages that are in the shadows. There definitely may be some shadow work that needs to be worked. Ashe, that could be for you, that could be for me. A lot of things come through my dreams, and I may not necessarily know at the time because I'm only shown what I need to be shown, or I'm only shown what I need to see. But yeah, that's what came through. So when I rose this rising, I was thinking about the magician and the things that I know about the magician. I know that the magician, for me, right off rip, rocks with Papa Legba, right off rip. The magician rocks with Mercury. Mercury rocks with Papa Legba. The magician also comes in many different shapes and forms. Trickster energy, Ashe. So just to give you some examples, the magician, and of course, the magician. So trickster energy comes through communication. So trickster energy meaning that the magician can come in any type, fashion, shape, or form. Is definitely rocking with the as above and the so below. That's Dr. John. This is from the Voodoo Tarot, the New Orleans version, Voodoo Tarot. And is definitely rocking with the all. So these are the things, that I know. Today is Monday. Happy day, happy Monday, happy moon day, happy day of Papa Legba, and then a bolo clo, Ashe, or whatever Lawal, goddess, angel, deity that you rock with, baby. Ashe, Ashe. And as I'm thinking about that, I know that, new fun fact. New fun fact that I just rediscovered was that Hermes, because Mercury is not just the planet. Mercury also represents a Greek god, the Greek god, or a god, let's just say it like that. But the Greek god's first name was Hermes. Hermes' original name is Thoth, or Thoth, how do you say that? Thoth is also a show associated with Papa Legba. So, voodoo hoodoo over here. I'm going to always connect it back to my roots, my path, my purpose. Ashe, Ashe. So yeah, when I was thinking about that, I was like, okay, so I definitely know that they're messengers, record keepers, gatekeepers, you're at a crossroad, so to speak, and it's going to take your power, your personal power, your personal willpower. I'm always saying, beat your drum. So beat your drum, baby. Ashe, Ashe. This is coming across as, for me, trickster energy, and then this one is just rocking definitely with spirit. She has on her white, her eyes are closed, but she is not defenseless. Let that sword, that staff come on through. And it's also representing for me that she's not alone. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a staff, you have companionship. She has this infinity symbol over. So, source, the all, God, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, however it is you rock, Muhammad, Allah, how it is you rock, and happy Ramadan for those that rock, ashe, ashe. But there's definitely tons of wisdom, and it's not just about the wisdom from the higher ups. It is also in regards to the soul below as well. It's a part of the all. And when you know a thing, you know a thing, and you know that they're part of the all, it rocks with everything. The all is everything and the all is nothing. You are the all and the all is you. Ashe, ashe, ayi bobo. So those are the things that I was thinking about. So I'm just understanding that messages are always coming through and that people may not necessarily know how to pinpoint when their messages are coming through. So it all depends on when you're on your path. What is it that you look for? We're always talking about the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities, but what do they look like for you? So for me, it's things like that. When Rose is Rising, I thought of the magician. I came to my sacred room. Came to my sacred room, and I instantly went to my deck. And y'all know that my personal deck is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. So I'm pulling out the magician, who is Dr. John. Now, for me, rocking with the tarot, for me, is not just about the magician. I'm also taking a look at Dr. John. So who is Dr. John? Who is Dr. John to me? What do I know about Dr. John? This is how, I connect the breadcrumbs to create, a slice that will turn into a loaf. You know what I'm saying? This is how I rock on my purpose and my path. Ashe. So I'm also thinking about, Dr. John. Well, Dr. John is like so they say, let's be clear. So they say Dr. John is the father of New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. The Patakis, the folklores, and the legend states that Dr. John was the one that taught Marie Laveau all that she knows. Outside, let's be clear, outside of her natural God-given talents, outside of her being who she was, who she is, Spirit is like, no, Robin is who she is. Actually, who she is, as energy, being on this realm. And he just, enhanced that, unlocked a lot of things and taught her a lot of things, especially about, herbalism, Dr. John. So as I'm, rocking, and I've been talking about herbs, I've been working with herbs, I've been, just being one, amethyst and clover come through, being one with herbs. And when I'm seeing these messages, they're, definitely taking place. Greetings. They're definitely taking place. These are the thoughts. When you're seeing the patterns, jot those down. This for me is like cyber journaling, so when I can't, it's late. Mondays is my late night, so it's late. So when I get home, I have to make a decision. How am I going to record my findings? See, Mercury, Messenger, Papa Legba, coming on through, Hermes, Toth. I say Ashe, however it is you rock with that name, Ayi Bobo. And so I'm deciding to do this so I can always come back. Sankofa, go back and get it. It's not taboo to go back and get what was lost, stolen, misplaced, and or forgotten. See, forget some of this shit, but hey, I am recording it. I can always go back, play it, and then go into my journal. Oh no, journal, baby. And, physically record. And that is how I'm associating and acknowledging and embracing and communing the energies that are floating around me. I also pulled 2 cards this rising for Amethyst and Clover, my group on Facebook. And the first one came out as Lapis Lazuli or Zuli. And I say it like that because every time I see this, anytime that I see it, I always think of Urzuli or the Zulis, the Urzulis. Always think of that. I'm not even sure, and that's another thing. I'm not even sure if there is a connection, but since I keep saying that, I dig into it. I take a look into it, I research it, and there's going to be a connection here. It's no doubt, because these are the messages that are definitely coming through. These are the patterns, the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities that are definitely coming through. And I also pulled Patchouli today. And this one says action, prosperity, and fertility on the high end. On the low end, lazy, poor, or barren. The message is, I choose rich, fertile soil to plant the seeds of my desires, resulting in an abundant harvest. So symbols, signs, and synchronicities, messages are definitely coming through. Messages are coming through to me is, it's now time to plant those seeds. You're coming out of your cocoon. You've had your rebirth moment. You've made it out of the cocoon. It's time to stretch your wings, So right now I'm just like testing the wings out. These are the signs. This is like acknowledgement that is definitely coming through. And what seeds do I want to plant? What seeds have I planted? Have I been tending to those seeds? It's causing me to think about not just right here in the moment, but over the course of time. Reflection, meditation. I've been doing a lot of meditation over the weekend. There's a lot of different energies taking place. There's a lot of activities that are taking place as well. We're going to have 2 come through with the 2s, come through 22, baby. It's going to be 2 conjunctions that are taking place, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not perfect, don't quote me, but take a look into it for yourself, because that's what happened. As I was looking into Mercury, I came across these 2 conjunctions, and I think it is Saturn, and you've been seeing 222. What's going on, Oba? You've been seeing, yes, take a look into it, 222, because we know that that's just like an amplifier. You know what I'm saying? For me, 222 is like amplified energy. All these 2s is just 2 amplified. So if you got 2, then you have harmony, you have balance, you have unity, you have love, because it's like a couple. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the 2s. You have duality, you have twin energy, Ashe. So you may be dealing with twin flames. You may be dealing with, family life and trying to unify that. Ashe Pops, there's a lot of energy that is taking place. And then if you take it to the 22, 22 is a master number. So that's definitely information coming from source, coming from your spirit guides, your spirit animals, your Lawaj, your Orishas, how it is you rock, is definitely coming from that. And those 2 2s equals 4. So that's all about stability. That's all about foundations. That's all about solidarity. That's all about building. That's all about, solidifying the commitments of the 2s coming together. Ashe. And then when you take that third 2, which is the Trinity, which is the trifecta, which is perfect harmony, there's a lot of goodness that is definitely coming through with that. You can look at that like the maiden, the mother, the crone, the mind, the body, the spirit, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Triple God energy, triple goddess energy. There could be, guidance that is coming through. So when you add all that together, what's going on, Adam? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Ashe, Ashe. And when you add all of that together, that comes out to be that 6. What does 6 mean to you? For me, I always associated with my 6th sense, so that's intuition. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely coming through with magic. That is also amplified energy of everything else, being balanced, coming together, unity, harmony, building. It's just amplified, is amped up. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear those things, you definitely want to make the connections, even if they don't seem like there's a connection, or even if it seems like it's a stupid connection, you're like, that can't be what it is. It doesn't matter. If it came to, it's coming through. Actually, it comes through. If it came to, it's coming through. So just go ahead and notate that. It may not make sense now, but it will. You know what I'm saying? So looking at this, if you don't have any lapis lazuli or any patchouli, and they rhyme, so both of these end with an I. Actually, actually, both of these end with the ULI, Ashe, Ashe. So I just made that connection. So I'm definitely going to see, that's what I'm saying. You have to, choose your battles. And I choose to, use the cyber journal because, this has been rocking all day. And I didn't make that connection until just now. So that's something else. I will definitely Google ULI. If I don't find anything there, I'll Google what does U represent, and I'll connect it to my path. Since I'm a part of the ATR, I rock with, the African traditional religions. I'll start there. What does you mean? How does you sound? That's how I learn. You know what I'm saying? Like I really go ahead and I dig into it. And I'll do the same for everything else. Letters also have numbers. So if these two come out, if these two came out in the last three letters, so there's that three again, if the last three letters come out to be ULI, I'm definitely going to research what is the numeric number of U? What is the numeric number of L? What is the numeric number of I? Add that to the three, see what comes up with that, and whatever that comes up to be, then I'm going to take a look into that number. It's all about the frequencies, the energies, and the vibrations, you know? And this is where the magician comes into play, because the magician for me has always been like the Cheshire cat, you know? And for those that don't know, me, I love Alice in Wonderland. And when I found out later in life that Carol Lewis or Lewis Carroll, always get the names, you know, transposed, but the creator, the author, you know, the visionary, the visionist of Alice in Wonderland, when I found out that he was an Aquarius, it made all the sense in all of the land and all of the world. You know, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. But that goddamn cat messed me up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because the smile that he came with did not match his eyes. You know, my sisters and my TG is on here. She can definitely tell you that, you know, I feel strongly about this, you know, and the way that he talked in riddles. You cannot tell me that the Cheshire cat is not the magician. You cannot tell me that the Cheshire cat is not rocking with trickster energy, is not rocking with Papa Legba energy. And I don't care what religion, faith-based practice that you rock with, you're going to find that energy there because it's a part of the all. Ashe, ashe. But it taught me to not just pay attention to what a person is saying. This is the Cheshire cat. And I was young. I'm talking about the black and white version, baby. Come through. And it didn't just teach me about paying attention to the words, even though you definitely want to pay attention to the words. He taught me about eye contact. And he taught me to look at the eyes. It's not just making eye contact, but it really take a look. That whole thing about, you know, and I know some people don't rock, but for those that do, they understand what I'm saying. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And when I would look into this cat, I really feel like he was the one that taught me that, because his eyes didn't have a smile. There was no smile there, you know, and it was weird, you know, and my mom always thought that it was funny. Ashe mama. She always thought that it was funny that it didn't bother me that the cat could talk. That wasn't the part that freaked me the fuck out. That wasn't the part that freaked me the fuck out. It was the fact that his words wasn't matching with his smile, and his smile wasn't matching with his eyes. There was a lot of shit going on here. And so I think that that's where that comes from. And that's the energy that is coming through, at least today. So, you know, for the rest of the week, I'll definitely be rocking with the magician just to see what's really good there. Like what's the message? You know, the doors, the gates, the portals, they are open. But there's definitely something that is taking place in the shadows. Now, shadows doesn't necessarily or always have to be a bad thing. Sometimes shadows are just things that are you're either not ready to face. 9 times out of 10 is things that you're not ready to face, but it's kind of like a heads up, you know. So for me to know that 2 cards came out, I saw it crystal clear in my dream, but when I rose, it was gone. And the only thing that I was left with was the magician. I'm looking at that like, yeah, Papa Legba is definitely coming through with a message, and I need to be more vigilant. I need to be aware, you know, because it may be fleeting. It may be something that is taking place. Oh, and I'm coming. Let me go full back circle. I was saying that the conjunctions were taking place. Listen, butterfly. Oh, squirrel. That's me. That's me. But the conjunctions, let me just look it up real quick. And I encourage you to do the same, baby. Yes. Mars and Saturn, if you rise before sunrise and a rising, if you rise before sunrise and a rising, this rising coming up because it was taking place this rising and it's taking place tomorrow, Ashe. So right before sunrise, you should be able to see Mars and Saturn. You should be able to see them, and you may be able to see them. They said Saturn is going to be the brightest of the two, but they should be in even closer proximity of each other tomorrow as they were today because they're moving closer and closer. So, and then it was towards the end of the month because I was rocking with the twos. That's right. I was rocking with the twos. At the end of the month, there's going to be, who else? I'm trying to beat it to the punch, but I didn't. It's going to be Jupiter and Venus. And depending on how you rock, they say that the conjunctions really don't mean anything. But for those that know a thing, we know that's definitely not true because everything carries energy and everything carries vibration. So if you're rocking with Saturn is like the grandfather planet. You know, he's like the stern one, the old one, the life tradition, get things set, focus on your work. You know, Saturn rocks with Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So that within itself, especially if you're on Aquarius, that within itself is a whole thing, baby. But as far as Capricorn goes, that is earth energy, that is grounding energy, that is meditative energy. Like I was saying in the beginning with all the twos, that's definitely rocking with making sure your foundation is set, making sure your foundation is solid, you know, minding your business, as my TG would say, minding the business that pays me, mine. So mind the business that pays you, yours. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on your dreams. Stay focused on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whether it's this month, you know, within the next few months, this year, whatever it is, you definitely want to make sure that you're staying focused because for the magician to come through, there's a lot of energy that is definitely playing a part. And when you're rocking with trickster energy is also if you see coyotes, if you see a fox, you know, whether you see, and it doesn't matter how you see it. It could be on a commercial, it could be in real life, in real time, it could be from a meme, it could be from someone saying it. You know, you definitely want to be mindful, however it is that you rock. This is how I connect those dots. You know what I'm saying? So, infinite possibilities, understanding that you have more power than you're giving yourself credit for. For Dr. John and my tarot deck to come through, who is ancient herbalist, he's like the master. You know what I'm saying? And patchouli flies out. Patchouli is one of amethyst and clover staples. If I don't have nothing else, baby, I have me some patchouli. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, and I've been rocking frankincense and myrrh. I've been rocking frankincense and myrrh all weekend long. But when this patchouli came out, I was like, okay, that's letting me know that this week I definitely should be rocking strong with my patchouli because patchouli for me is definitely my protector, is definitely sparking things into action. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on prosperity. I'm working on, you know, expansion. Shout out to my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, like, comment, and smash that bell, baby. And thank you so much, Adam, for always rocking, repping. He's like, everywhere you go, you should be repping yourself, you know, and without even saying it, that's what he does. So to throw that love back, if you're into fishing, if you're into Jeep Life, check out Adam Koenig. He is definitely doing his thing, and I'm definitely learning from him. Yes, 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 and yes, baby. And you can find him by his name, Adam Koenig. Oh, Robin, shut up. Oh, okay. That's an inside joke for me, myself, and I only, baby. Thanks. But yeah, you don't have to have any patchouli. You don't have to have the lapis lazuli. It helps, you know, but you don't have to have it because, baby, listen, you are the magician. Everything that you have is already within. And if it's not within, before you step outside of your space, take a look around. You know what I'm saying? Like, see what you do have. If you've had absolutely nothing, baby, you got the word. I invoke patchouli to, you know, work for me in regards to what I'm doing. Words are spells. That's why I always tell you to be careful. But that also takes us back to that magician energy. Like I said, they are the scribers. When you're talking about Thoth, when you're talking about Hermes, when you're talking about Papa Legba, you know, they are the record keepers, the gatekeepers. Oh, baby, I know. And it's female energy just trying to come through. Is it Sekhmet? Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely ancient Egypt come through. And they are the ones that, you know, they transcribe. So you're also being encouraged to make sure that you're doing your journaling, whether it's cyber journaling, whether you're doing it on your phone, giving yourself notes, whether you actually have an actual journal. If you don't, baby, go to the dollar store, get yourself a pretty journal. They have some pretty journals. If you don't ain't into none of that, just get a composition notebook. I'm in no one's pocket, but you can go to the dollar store and get it for whatever it is plus tax these days. But, it's next to nothing. If not, get yourself a brown paper bag, write on that. You know what I'm saying? If you own your home or you can write on walls and you'll paint it when you leave, do whatever it is you need to do, but you're definitely being encouraged to make record. You want to make note, whether it's a color. If you don't have lapis lazuli, come through with the blue. What else do you see? I see flecks of gold. So there's a lot of energy and vibrations that you can take, and some white coming through. You can take a look into all of that. What does all of these things mean? And you can do this in the comfort of your home, and it costs free 99. It don't cost nothing. So yeah, that is the message that's coming through with the magician. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to what you're hearing, especially if you see birds. If you are having a hard time with sign symbols, synchronicities, this is how you can start. You start by making associations. For me, cardinals are ancestor birds. For a lot of us, for me, cardinals are ancestor birds. So are blue jays, right? When I see a cardinal, I know that's my ancestor. When I see a blue jay, because for me, it's very rare that I'll actually see a blue jay. So if I see a blue jay, I'm looking at that like, okay, that's a rarity. That's a rare moment. So either a rareness is about to take place or one of my ancient ancestors are coming through because it's rare. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know my ancient ancestors. I've never seen my ancient ancestors. So I think in this realm at this time, it's things like that. So when I do see that cardinal, I'm aware. I'm saying that because I saw a cardinal this week. Actually, I came outside my house. I felt like snow fucking white for a minute. I was like, God damn. I saw squirrels, I saw a bunny, I saw about 3 cardinals. Everybody just scattered, when I came outside. But it was like that. But the cardinal, there were 3. One was a female from my research, and that's just in life, in nature, especially when you come in with animals, most cases, the males are the more vibrant, the more colorful ones, and the females are the more muted ones. And that's mainly because, the male is the one that does the courting. The male is the one that has to show what he has to offer, and the female is the one that decides whether she's going to accept. Ashe. Take that to y'all. Ayi boo boo. So when I saw this cardinal, and he flew into my neighbor's tree, one flew across the street, and the female, she just straight took off. Like as soon as I came out, I saw a glimmer of her, but she was actually the one that made me take notice that cardinal, and she was very muted. She was almost brown. She was like that rust that, make a notation of that, Robin. Yes, rust is coming through. She was that rusty, reddish type of brown. And the male, oh my gosh, I mean, there was no mistaking him. He tried, I don't know if he was camouflaging or he just wanted to be in the flowers. I could take a picture. I'm not sure, but I saw him and he was flaming. In this Aries season, we just went through that Aries, new moon, dark moon energy. So Sankofa, take a look back into, just a few days ago and make tracks there. Just because you don't remember doesn't mean you don't remember. Just take some time and think things through. That's what's coming through as these messages, if you are looking to work with plants, now is a good time. If you rock with herbs, now is a good time, make that dish, sprinkle, some herbs in there. It goes a long way. Herbs actually, brings out the flavor and you don't require so much salt. I had told someone, I was like, you need to put, herbs in your, I can't eat so much salt. I didn't say anything about salt. I said herbs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about the herbs as mixed in with garlic, salt, and other things. I'm talking about like actual herbs, whether it's dried, whether it's fresh, it doesn't really matter. That doesn't contain any salt. They're herbs. And that's what the message came through from this magician for me. Because again, Dr. John is a part of the of that herbal life. And he's showing you as above and so below. So it's not just solely about you. There's a lot of energies that are taking place that are helping you to manifest your harvest. Don't forget, I choose rich soil to fertilize and plant the seeds, so therefore I can have an abundant harvest. So they're acknowledging that it's harvest season, or harvest season is coming. They're acknowledging what it is that you are trying to do. You want to bring some abundance your way. And let's be clear, because what you throw out comes back to thee abundantly. So if you're doing fuck shit is coming back to you abundantly. Abundantly is just not a perfect good word. For everything, like I said, is all about energies and vibrations. So flip it. And for every negative thought you have, you want to flip it. Last couple of things. On my journey today, as I'm thinking about my dream, I see a sister on YouTube talking about dreams. So I definitely pinned that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to, replay that and listen to that, see what's going on with that. Because since I had dreams on my mind so heavily today, especially this dream, all of this came from the Magician card. And I legit just go down the rabbit hole. I'm safe, I'm guarded, I'm secure, but I'm taking it in because I'm willing to sift through and figure out what exactly is it that I need to know at this time. And they told me over the weekend that I need to share. Share my findings is what my grandma told me. Robin, share your findings. So I'm sharing my findings. The Magician has come through. Normally I work it for myself, figure it all out, and then I'll come back and share. But she told me to share now. So there are definitely messages that are coming through now. And the energy that she gave out was, for some, they could be urgent, they could be on fire, they could be fleeting, they could be coming and going. And if you're not aware, then you're definitely going to need to do some meditation, because the subconscious sees all. The subconscious takes in everything, or should I say spirit. Spirit sees all, spirit takes in everything. And so much takes place in a day that the way that the mind works, the subconscious works, it sifts and it compartmentalize. Take your time with that one, girl. And it waits until it's time, or it waits until you're open to be on the receiving end. It waits until you're receptive to it. And this is where dreams come from. For me, dreams are a way of our ancestors, our guides, to communicate. And I think that's where the sister, with the little bit that I saw, she was touching on it. I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely saving this. And I think that was from, I don't know if you can do that. I'm still new to the YouTube, but it's the Voodoo Diva. I think that's what it is. Because she may be under another name. I'm not trying to make it seem like I don't know. I do know, but I'm just not sure if that's the one. But you can find her, the Voodoo Diva. All in all, I was like, yeah, definitely going to pin that, because that dream world is coming through so hard for me that's what's in my realm. I'm sitting there processing and thinking about things about me. The things that I love about me, the things that I don't like about me, the things that I've worked on, the things that I have worked on, and I've actually, I passed those tests, baby. But Forever Student is just connecting the dots. And it's if you want to see, you can't help but see. So don't think that you're making something out of nothing, or it's far-fetched, or, that is not really happening. It's happening. It really is. It's happening. So I hope that was helpful. And again, and the beautiful thing about this video is it'll be there. So go ahead and smash that bell, like, comment, and subscribe. I got you, Adam. I got you, boo. Lapis Lazuli. Take a look into Urzuli, or the Zulis, the Urzulis. Right off rip, you got Grandma Urzuli, Urzuli Frida, Urzuli Dontour. You got the Red Eye Urzuli. She has a whole name, but I just remember her from the Red Eye Urzuli, because my mama used to get so mad. I swear her eyes used to turn red. So I really, I just remember that way. Ursula Frida Dahomey. She said, get my name right. Got it. Ursula Frida Dahomey. Got it. Take a look into patchouli or any herb that has crossed your path. The whole message is something going on with herbs. Is something, to take place with this crystal. If it's not actually the crystal, it could be the blue, and it says prophet dreams. We've been talking about dreams. That's how this shit popped off. It popped off from the dream. So for, lapis lazuli to come on through, talking about prophet dreams. Yeah. For me, it's like, yeah, there was definitely a message in there. You're definitely not making shit up. You're definitely not, out of your gourd. I'm a little crazy. But you got to be for this thing called life. And then it says releasing anger, and that's what I'm working towards. I've seen a lot of myself in such a short frame, and I'm choosing, to actually grow. Is one thing to say you want to grow, and is another to actually allow yourself to grow. And my spirit, is definitely a part of the all. I don't hold grudges. I don't keep attitudes. I do keep track, though, and I do keep record. I don't keep score unless you're keeping score. And if you want to keep score, baby, we can play. But it's all about, it's not doing anything good here. And then therefore it's not doing anything good here. And if these two are not well, then the rest of me won't be well. Ashe. And that's where I am, and just really just allowing my spirit to lead on yet another level, because I've been rocking with allowing my spirit to lead for a spell now, but it's now another level when I'm trying, because I know the negatives will keep me from rising. Listen, and it will. You have to choose. And I shared in my last long ass video, you really do have to choose. I noticed that there was a lot of negative shit that was taking place, and I was feeding into it. At first it was subconsciously, but by the time that it became consciously, it was too late. It was too late. And I have to be mindful that there is an ego. There is a negative energy here, because it has to be balanced, baby. I'm not all good and I'm not all bad. I say I boo. I'm predominantly good, but there is, this good and bad shit. There is some bad, or there is some high. There's a lot of high vibration, but there's also some negative vibrations as well. And it doesn't do anyone any service or justice to act like that. You don't. You have to accept you're good, you're bad, you're ugly, and the what the fucks. And when you get to the what the fucks, that's when those shadows come through. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really hone in on that. And I had to tell her, no, we're not rocking. But it was just a way for me to acknowledge, and I've been talking to her like, calm down. It's okay. I know y'all saying that, and that's not just me doing it for y'all. That's me doing it for me. Like, no. It's all right. I acknowledge that I have a petty side. I acknowledge that I have, a cutthroat side. I acknowledge that if I love you and someone does you wrong, whether you move on or not, baby, that's just the kid. But it doesn't, depending on the situation and circumstances, let's be clear. Spirit is like, nah. Let's be clear. It doesn't do me any good. What other people eat don't make me shit. So, and if they moved on, why am I still holding on to it? That's why I am now. And then I'm sitting there looking at them with the side eye like, this your shit. I'm still mad. Like, you should still be mad. But they not. So if they not, why am I? Why was I to begin with? You understand? So, but that's my type of love. That's my love. That's my energy. That's my vibration. I'm very protective and territorial over the people that I love and I care about. And I don't make no bones about that. I don't. How to the ever, I'm finding that the people that I do love, cherish, and, I hold like that, they don't want to be held like that. So there's that. There's that, baby. There's that. So yeah, the magician, like I said, trickster energy, but it's also coming through with knowledge, also coming through with wisdom, also coming through to remind you of your power, your willpower. That infinity sign turns to an 8. 2, 4, 6, 6, 8. We done talked about 2, we done talked about 4, we done talked about 6. Who do we appreciate? My damn self. That's who. That's who. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know narcissism is out and it's a thing, baby. I know. I get it. It's a whole thing. But there has to be balance in everything. If you're totally trying not to be a narc, as they say, if you're totally trying not to be a narcissist, you're going to start to remove things that are vital for you. Boundaries. You got to have boundaries. Take that to your altar, but baby, you got to have boundaries. Self-worth, self-love, self-appreciation, self. When you start to remove parts of you just because they carry a negative vibration, remember that life is about balance. You could use a word like narcissist and have such a negative energy. But if I'm not mistaken, and this is just coming through, that's why I'm saying if I'm not mistaken, there's one of the most beautiful flowers in all of the lands called the narcissus. So it all depends. It all depends. Trying to make sure that you are so giving. And I know giving has such a beautiful energy to it. But if you're constantly giving, and people are constantly taking, and is that such a beautiful thing? These are the questions, but that is the energy that's coming through. So remember, 8 is definitely about amplified energy of unity, harmony, balance, structure, commitment, dedications, devotion, rocking with source, but letting you know that you have infinite power and the infiniteness of all of this. The only thing that is finite is us, everything else. And even then, because my mama just came through talking about, baby, we come from the stars and we're going to return to the stars. And I saw something talking about we are made of 97% stardust. Okay. May no ill thought words, curses, hexes, spells, negative energy, low vibration cross you, your auric, your auric, or your aortic field, baby. Take what you need, including all of this, and respectfully, peacefully chuck up them juices. Ashe, if anyone is trying to cause any type of harm to us on any type of level, and I say this and I means this, get y'all's together. This is an incantation for me, and I throw it out for y'all. But your own blood, your own sweat, your own tears, your own energy and vibration is going to have to come through. Can't nobody else do it for you, boo. And can't nobody do it like you do. So however it is you do it, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, energetically, any of the leads come through my Uncle Lee. Ashe, we want to send all bullshit back to sender 9 by 9 by 9. That 725 come through my grandma free. And that's something else. If you're seeing numbers, look at like your aunties or your grandmas or your mom or whatever ancestor. Try to remember like the first 3 digits of their phone number, the last 4 digits of their phone number, their street address. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see those numbers, when you hear me say 725, because my grandma, that was her building, 725. So when I see that or when I hear that, I instantly shout her out. I instantly know that she's there, even though she's always there, because she's right here. I am her, she is me. But when you're talking about signs, symbols, and synchronicities, when you're talking about the messenger, when you're talking about the magician, shapeshifter, baby, it can come through children, animals, home, girls, French and fries, anything your heart desires. All right. Yes. As we go to bed, because that's what I'm about to do, may we rest. May our spirit enjoys the journey, picking up the energy, the information, the knowledge, the wisdom, the shadows, the shadow work, whatever needs to come through to the conscience, baby, we are here for it. Ashe, and may our spirit return back to our body so we can rise up and commune again, baby. Yes. As above, look, as above, as above, as above, and so below. Ashe, ayibo, beat your drum. Ashe, yo. And if you're not having the night that you want to have, baby, change that shit. Don't forget, in the wee hours of the rising, you'll be able to see Saturn and Mars. Towards the end of the month, I think it's the 27th, you should be able to see Jupiter and Venus. So that's about abundant love, baby. Abundant peace, abundant love, abundant could be bullshit, breakups, whatever. But no matter what, if you change the energy, because we are the magician and we are the alchemist, baby, you could take that heartache, you could take that pain, you could take that strife, you could take that hurt and change the energy. It only stays in a negative form when you keep it that way. I choose to take what I need, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or whatever. I can always use some extra energy. You want to talk ill, you want to be ill, you want to throw it my way, baby. I'm going to take what I need and send back to you. You'll just dues. 725. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much, Ova. You know what it is, girl. And thank you so much, Adam. Be peace, be bold, be brave, but don't take no shit. Be well, family. Peace.